Hey guys, Frostbitten here, bringing you another audio commentary. This time it's going to be a 2 versus 2 between um, Violent Crimes, aka Junocide, and Bob Smith versus Tabac Man and SPBRU. Now, uh, Tabac Man I think is how to pronounce his name, but I'm just going to keep saying Tabac because whatever. So if we take a look at the spawning locations, Violent Crimes and Bob Smith kind of got a bad deal here. They got 8 o'clock and 6. Now, both of them can't go to S9, so one of them stayed at 6 and the other one went to small 9. So um, we have SPB spawning down here at 5 o'clock, and that means Tabak is at 2 o'clock. So, sorry, trying to finish the thing I was eating before this game started, but it didn't work. Okay, so looks like Bob Smith's going pretty standard with a Smith first rush from 6 o'clock. SPB doing some early peon scouting, and Tabak doing the same thing. He's actually going to be dueling 12 o'clock, so this is pretty interesting play already from Tabak, man. He's dueling 2 o'clock and 12, which are both pretty vulnerable positions because you can't wall off either one of them. So he's probably going to be doing some kind of 2-racks rush from here, because as soon as he starts getting scouted by White, he's going to run into some problems because he's going to have no defense. So this is a pretty risky strategy coming from Tabak Man, and hopefully, well, if SPB can keep up with the rushing of Bob Smith from 6 o'clock, which shouldn't be too big of a deal, then this could really pay off because the 12-2 duel would be somewhat stronger than the S9-9 duel, simply because there's less gold. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Tabak Man going for a 3-hauling. Uh-oh. So 3 hauls from Tabak Man, that's extremely risky. If one of those gets scouted, they're going to die unless SPB can spread out his units pretty thin. So, Violent Crimes telling Bob Smith he should 2-axe rush, which is probably a good idea because SPB is going to be 2-axe rushing, and their best bet is to catch this 3-haul before it gets too ridiculous. So, this 3-haul is going to be way stronger than this 2-haul from Violent Crimes. So, if they're not careful, they're going to get busted. So. And they might not even scout 3 o'clock until it's either way too late or until they see this video on YouTube. So we'll have to see what happens. So 6 o'clock going to be getting scouted here pretty quick by SPB, but Bob Smith does have plenty of grunts to fend off these 2 things from SPB. Another grunt coming out. 2 more grunts coming out for SPB, so he's going to be rushing hard. I wouldn't be surprised to see him stop peon production. Simply because if your ally is going to be 3-haul and you stop your peons, you can get out enough grunts to defend him as long as both of your opponents aren't rushing. And in this case, we know that they're not. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him stop peon production, but you never know. He might not go that route. He might just try to keep up with everyone as far as upgrades go. Well, at least keep up with Bob Smith, because he's not going to be able to keep up with Violent Crimes or Tabac Man. So, 29 peons to 15 to 15 to 19. So Tabac Man taking a super early economic lead, and that's going to pay off big time later on. But Bob Smith really needs to go out there and start scouting. They don't even know where Tabac Man is yet. Well, they know he's either 4, 12, or 2, but they don't know that he's actually 3-hauling. So risky strategy, but I think he picked a good time to do it simply because of the bad locations of Bob Smith and Violent Crimes. And Violent Crimes telling him, "Scout, dude, what the heck are you doing?" Yeah, he's gonna find out pretty quick that he's actually at least 2-hauling. I mean, other than that, I don't know. Probably duel, he says. Yep, it's true. He is dueled, but he's also got a 3rd haul down here. So, uh-oh. yeah, Violent Crimes realizing that they're going to be in big trouble. So peons turning around, going to be able to kill this grunt, but a few peon kills will. It wants that black back very much. Tabac man back very much. He's at 41, and he's double that of white, and he's got what is that, like 25% more than orange? So he's got like a huge economic advantage. So as you can see, he's throwing up several barracks at a time. He could throw up a couple up here too, and he's going to be able to uh, outproduce orange, I think, in the long run, simply because he's got this third hall down here. Let's see. Now, SPB scouting out the duel from Violent Crimes now, which is kind of late, but I mean, what is it? So this is kind of a bad decision making by SPB. He should not be trying to get this catapult out. Um, he should be playing defensive for sure, but he needs grunts to help protect black. I mean, at this point, it's probably too late because he's going to have enough ogres to repel grunt attacks, as long as he's getting upgrades. Yeah, he's getting some upgrades. But he should be like with grunts, because if he continued making grunt production, White would have to sit back in his base for fear of a run by SPB. So I think it's a mistake for him to try to put this catapult in, because he knows that Orange isn't rushing, and he knows White's going to try to attack the duel from his ally. So I'm not sure why he is doing this type of walling strategy there. Like, he could have ran like a bunch of grunts into White's base right now once he saw these grunts up here. Like, just have him sitting like right here or down here or something, and as soon as he sees this he can run around. But he could have just ran down here and just like wiped out White's entire base. But so that was a shame. So lots of ogres coming out now for Black. Black's best, to make this game easier, his best bet is to just take out White right away, and then it'll be 2 versus 1 against Orange. So I think I'm gonna have a better time saying the colors, because it's kind of hard to keep the names straight. So I'll focus on saying the numbers. And now he's setting up a town hall in the middle. So some nice macro play from Tabac Man, aka Black. Actually able to hold this first wave of ogres. I would have liked to see him wait until he had Bloodlust to run in there. But then these towers might have come up, but Bloodlust just mows through everything so fast. But Less is going to be coming up in a moment for SPB, and bobsmith man still stuck on Town Hall. So 6 o'clock, a pretty detrimental position if you don't play it properly. So grunt up here for SPB, you're going to be able to realize that Violent Crimes is trying to expand there. And that's going to come down to a middle game between Violent Crimes and Tabac Man for at least a little bit, until SPB gets his economy kicking too. He's going to be getting lost in a moment. SPB's best bet is just to survive ogre attacks from Violent Crimes for now, and hope that Tabac Man can keep up with Violent Crimes, which I don't think it'll be a problem since he's got these 3 bases. He's also taking middle with a whole bunch of guard towers. I think once everything starts getting scouted out, I wouldn't be surprised to see bobsmith and Violent Crimes lead the game, because they kind of just let Tabac Man have his way, so it's kind of unfortunate. But hopefully my peon doesn't die. Peasant, I should say. So Ogre's coming out now for SPB. He's not quite at Bloodlust. Bloodlust coming up over here, but nice pre-lust by Tabac Man. Going to be able to clean all these guys up unless Violent Crimes runs him away. Oh, but if he runs through the middle, he's going to get shot by the towers. Oh, he's going behind the middle. That's kind of awkward. SPB's probably going to wait for Bloodlust, but he should be able to break through this wall right here, but he's probably going to lose just about all of his ogres if he does that. The ogre's actually running to 5 o'clock now, so SPB is going to have to get some more ogres and Bloodlust, or at least seal this off or something. 4 o'clock getting scouted now, where SPB was trying to set up a new expansion. bobsmith setting up an expansion at 8 o'clock, but actually SPB is not even doing anything right now. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, waiting for Bloodlust, I guess. There he goes. But middle just now got scouted by somebody. whoever that was. And a bunch of ogres. There's a lot of action going on right now. Let's see. Ogres for SPB are going to be running in here. I would like to see these guys. Yep, there we go, going after the tower. And these ogres are going to kill those and probably come down here and kill these. Nice repairing job by SPB. Probably going to be able to hold off these ogres. Maybe. We'll have to watch this and see what happens. An attack going down in the middle here. Black able to push that back. Yellow, SPB. Yeah, that tower is going down. Alright, there goes the tower. A bunch of peons are going to die right after that, probably. He might just go after this tower. We'll have to see what happens there. Nice death and decay there from Violent Crimes, going to be taking out a few attacking ogres. Just losing those death knights for no reason. This tower stands strong, but all these peons just died, so... SPB laying the hurt down on bobsmith, but this is where the real action is, up here. Tabac Man just has too much production right now. I don't think Violent Crimes will be able to keep up. He's got 6 barracks. He's probably got tons of gold. He's got 25,000 gold going right now. 7,000 left in that one. 21,000 left in that one. And he's got middle mining as well. And Violent Crimes just now still hasn't really got many peons on the gold mine over here, but middle getting scattered out now. I don't know, it might be a mistake to try to attack the middle right now. I would like to see him go after the production facility, like the production of Tabac Man, like the barracks over here. Because if you can take out the barracks, you can take a huge jump in the ogre count. And right now it's pretty much going to favor Tabac Man until Violent Crimes realizes that he's got 6 versus 4 barracks. So, oh, SPB now doing joining the assault on Orange's base at 9 o'clock. Might be able to kill this Smith right here. He might just lose it to all these Death Knights. But meanwhile, S5 was trying to be taken by SPB, but the non-bloodlusted ogres from bobsmith are going to be able to scout that out and prevent it from going up right away. Now, he's kind of like stuck on hold for now. He's not going to be able to get Fortress for a while until he gets enough gold. Violent Crimes, man, he's hanging it tough though. 2 hull against 3 hull is really tough to fight out, so gotta hand it to Violent Crimes for putting up this good of a fight. bobsmith mining away happily, so we could possibly see a turnaround. SPB is not putting on the kind of pressure that he should be against this 6 o'clock position. He's got Bloodlust. He's got a huge advantage in the tech game. So if he got a Death Knight over here to take out these towers, and like 6 Bloodlusted ogres could destroy all of this stuff, and then it's just down to a 2 versus 1, orange versus black and yellow. So nice Bloodlust there from Tabac Man. Going to be able to come in here. Hopefully he'll clean up all these ogres, and this game will be over shortly, I predict. bobsmith just too far behind as far as bloodlust and all that stuff goes. So, I wouldn't be surprised to see Violent Crimes leaving in a minute, and then bobsmith leaving shortly thereafter. So, a lot of times risky strategies will pay off. So, yep, there's a GG from Violent Crimes. These risky three-hull strategies work out great if your opponent is a little timid about getting out of his base because of your rushing allies. So, well played by Tabac Man. Some good defense by Violent Crimes, but it just wasn't enough to hold off the 3-hull aggression. So, that's it for this game. I'll catch you guys next time.